Alrighty. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? My peeps. What's going on, my peeps? Peter Joseph here, once again, for video number 2 on your Chew for Thursday. This time on the official Peter fucking Joseph YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now. Right now to this channel and my other channels down there in the description box below, otherwise known as the basement. So, like the video, stick that thumb straight up everybody's ass, because that's where it belongs. And subscribe to my other channels down below, like I said. And follow me on social media if you dare. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, but gotta be real. If you're not, you need a life. And don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap the bell. And basically, you know how to treat it. Smack that bell around. Tell it who's boss. And turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. And if you do, well, fuck you, man. And that's pretty much it. You're SOL, and we all know what that means. Ha ha! Oh yeah. So, that's pretty much it. So, once again, like, share, subscribe, and if you want, leave a comment. And all that other good stuff, and hit the bell so you get more. And if this is your first time watching, well, once again, welcome to the party, pal! We hope you enjoy the ride, and if not, you can jump off and go fuck yourself. Or just go fuck yourself. But I digress on that. Just don't splash on me. But I digress. And we move on with all that. So, if you're new, well, welcome to the party, and I hope you enjoy the ride. And if not, you can go fuck yourself. And that's it. Alright. Video number 2 on this late Thursday night. November the 9th, 2023, or if you're watching from somewhere else, or tomorrow, November the 10th, 2023. Thank you for watching right here on the Peter fucking Joseph channel. I'm Peter Joseph, if you didn't know that by now, but now you know. I'm a content creator talking about the world of professional wrestling, or anything in the fucking world I feel like talking about. And if you like it, good. You know, fuck off. And do something else. And that's that. Alright, in the description box below is my first video that I did earlier on my legendary rant channel, PG Rants. Basically, thanking everybody for all their support over the last 14 plus years. Even you faggot-ass trolls, thank you for all your support. I thanked a lot of people. You know, went on for a long time, but that's what I do. And if you listen to all of it, good. If you didn't, well, too bad. At least you watched some of it. But I digress. I went on for a little bit longer than I wanted to, but it's my video. I can go on for eons if I wanted to. But I'm not going to. But check it out in the description box below over on the PG Rants channel. So give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and share with your friends and all that good shit. And don't forget to subscribe. Because it's very legendary. It is. Better than your channel. That talks about the same fucking people every fucking video or every other video. But we're real here. You're not. So, it is what it is. Be fake on your channel and just get off mine. And if you can't do that, then you need to see a psychiatrist, because you have a problem, and it's called obsession. But it is what it is with that. Alright, so check out the video down below in the description box. Alright, hope everybody had a great Thursday, and I hope you have a great Veterans Day weekend. And so all of you veterans out there, the men and women fighting for this godforsaken country, America, thank you for your service. Everybody. All the men and women of the armed forces. And hopefully, you know, I know there's a lot of people going through in the Ukraine right now, and even in Palestine. hopefully we'll get you out and everything. You come back home to be with your loved ones and, be safe out there. A lot of people are going to be there for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I don't know when they're coming back. It's not fun. It's not fun being in another country, another culture, and eating different food. And you're like, when am I going to go home? You have to wait for those assholes that are in the country that you're trying to save from being stupid fucking idiots. They don't stop. They don't stop. And eventually they will cease to exist. And then hopefully, all the men and women can go home, and they don't have to really go back anymore. Unless they're gonna stay, they got another few months of active duty, which I think is ridiculous. I think if you enlist in the army, you should go. If you enlist in the army for like a year, go for a year. Don't be in another country for like 20 years. I'm like, come on. Come home, I'm like, hey, how's it going? Well, who are you again? Oh, that's right. We don't need that. We don't really need that, It'd be easier to just be stationed in, like, I don't know, Fort Knox, Fort whatever in Carolina or wherever, you're stationed at, be there for, like, maybe a year or two, and then, God forbid there's a humongous war going on, like World War III or some shit, you get sent somewhere, But hopefully you don't do that, you do your active duty and, basic training or whatever you're gonna do, boot camp, whatever, and, you get to come home to your families. Safely. But, you can't really stop it, because you never know what's gonna happen from day to day, so. But, to all the men and women there, thank you for your service, and, we love you. America! Pretty much it. The greatest country in the world, even though it's run by assholes. Pretty soon it won't be. Yeah. Gonna wait pretty much a little over another year or so before, hopefully, we get some actual good people in. Donald Trump, gonna be huge. So we'll see what happens with that. Just go out and vote next year, ladies and gentlemen, for the right person. I think we all know who that is. And if you say Biden, I'm gonna slap each one of you. I mean, why would you keep supporting a guy that freaking has Alzheimer's and dementia? And can't even run the country correctly. He's running the country into the ground. And pretty soon he's probably gonna be. I don't even want to think what's gonna happen next, but please get rid of him and his stupid bitch of a vice president. Please, that's all I ask. We don't need a repeat of 4 years ago. We don't. We're basically got robbed. We got robbed. I hope next year it doesn't come to that, man. We don't need another one of those insurrections and shit. Please, for the love of God, don't. Just vote for the right person, which I think we all know who it is. And, that's it. And if you don't like who goes in as president next, too fucking bad. You gotta learn to live with it, like Ric Flair says. Or as Randy Savage would say, you might not like it, but let's accept it. So, you can't accept it, then get the fuck out of the country. Go up north and suck there too. Or you can go to Mexico. Nothing bad about Mexico, but you can go overseas. Just don't come back. But most of you say like, oh, if he's the president, I'm gonna leave, and then you don't leave. Maybe if he becomes president again, maybe you actually leave this time. Just saying. Joy Behar, sorry. Anyway, and other people that don't like that guy, but they really should leave the country and the planet. But I digress. But when we get to January, then it's gonna be, counting down those months till hopefully we get some change in this godforsaken country. But like I said, we never know. That's that. Alright, on video number 2 on your 2 for Thursday, November the 9th, 2023, or now it's Veterans Day weekend, November the 10th, 2023. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and if not, well, too bad for you. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to enjoy my weekend, and I really don't even need to tell you anything else. Alright, so on this late, no, not late, but late Thursday night, it is time for your it's time for your late and out-of-date AEW Dynamite! Yes! Review! For November the 8th, 2023, and we are emanating from the Moda Center, not the Motor City, but the Moda, M-O-D-A Center, in Portland, Oregon. Not a great place to have a wrestling show, but still. I mean, Portland's home of the Trailblazers. That's all they got. Oh, well, the Oregon Ducks college football team. Not that they are good, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, so, another week of AEW wrestling as we're 1 week away from Full Gear, I believe number 5, 4 or 5, I lost count. But anyway, Full Gear next Saturday night from the Kia Forum in Los Angeles, California. Hey, I know that place. Basically the birthplace of the extreme icon Peter Gilmore, or the Hollywood bad boy that used to be in the XWF. But I digress. Alright, so we're 1 week away. We have some great matches on the show. Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, MJF, defending the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, he still has it, by the way. Against the Dancing Fool, Daniel Garcia. I didn't think this was going to be the main event. Jay White, wait, with the switchblade. Jay White and the Bullet Club, guns up to see me. Well, not defending, but he's taking on the funky chicken himself, Mark Briscoe. Reach for the sky, boy! Always got to pay tribute to his brother, Jay Briscoe. And we got a slobber knocker, big beefy man slapping meat in that ring for the Ring of Honor TV title, Samoa Joe and Keith Lee. We got that, and a whole lot more on Dynamite. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any more of your precious time that I already wasted. Alright, as always on Wednesday nights, your commentary team of the man behind the mask, Excalibur, the biggest Met fan I know, from Red Hook brother, Taz. And the man who should be in the Hall of Fame, by the way, his birthday, I think was today or yesterday, or Wednesday, I forgot when it was, I think it was a couple of days ago. But anyway, happy birthday to my good friend, soon-to-be Hall of Famer, and a man who don't take shit from anybody, and that man is Tony Baloney Schiavone, my good friend. And I did tweet him a happy birthday, and he did, thank me. I mean, how can he not? I mean, if he didn't, I'll have to, have to find him and kick his ass. No, I won't. But anyway. But happy birthday to Tony Baloney. Happy birthday as of Wednesday to Julia Hart. 22 years old. Damn, she's 22. You would think she's older, right? No, she's 22. And she had that, she probably listened to Taylor Swift. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Okay, yeah, I'm a Swiftie. I like that song. Well, among other songs I like by Taylor Swift. Shake it off, ooh, ooh. Yeah. Most thinks I'm crazy by listening to Taylor Swift. Aren't you supposed to be a metal guy? Yeah, I like my Taylor Swift too. I mean, I like Nickelback. I like Creed. Hey, I like Justin Timberlake too, so. I mean, you gotta have some, some variety in your life if you're a metal god. I mean, come on. Hell, freaking, she likes her Spanish music. She likes whatever she feel like Madonna, whatever, She listens to her, Enrique Iglesias, whatever. But, man, she's still, she's a rocker at heart. I mean, I got her into In This Moment. First concert we went to was In This Moment, 2009. Oh, no. 2008, 2009. I think it was on the, no, it wasn't on the Daddy's Fallen Angel tour. What tour was that? God damn. I think it was the first, well, actually the first one we went to, I do remember, I think it was 2008 or 2009. I think it was at Irving Plaza, back in New York City. Not the Gramercy. That's the Winter to Remember tour. But the first one we went to was at Irving Plaza when they opened up for Five Finger Death Punch. We didn't stay for Five Finger at the time, but we went to that show. It was on the Dream tour, second album. Great show. Got there early as always because we're VIPs. Got into the venue, and then the first couple of bands were pretty good. You know, I got Another Black Day was the name of one of the bands. I still have the CD. They're not around anymore, I don't think. But anyway, so listen to them, blah blah blah. And then next thing we know, we're on side of the stage right this time, because I usually stay around stage, middle to stage left, where Chris Howarth usually is, and Maria's like sitting right in front of you. But I was on stage right, where at the time Blake Bunzel and Jesse Landry were playing around, and I mean that whole show was great. But we're standing on the side, and then next thing you know, Maria and Chris are like coming right behind me, like, "Excuse me, we're trying to get through." I'm like, "Oh shit! What are you guys doing here?" "Oh, we're playing." Duh. So, Chris gave me a handshake and everything. Maria gave me and Rosa a hug. Good times, man. Good times. We saw him going to the backstage. I wanted so bad to go backstage. That one was before before the ever popular 2 Million Hits stuff. But they knew me from 2007, but I met them in 2007 when I went to Ozfest and everything. From there, like almost every freaking New York show and New Jersey show I've been to. And there is one coming up, and I will be there. Coming up pretty damn soon. I say that much. It's gonna be epic. But I digress. But that was a good show. And then after the show, we met Chris on not their tour bus, it was a bus. He was like talking to a fan, and I said, "Hey, Chris, what's going up?" Fist pumped, and then we talked for like 5 minutes, and then he had to go. So I was like, "Alright, say goodbye. Say hi to the band for me. Bye." So we went on we left. But, good times, my friend. Good times. But we move on. Alright, blah, 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 blah. Alright, let's go back to wrestling. So I want to talk about In This Moment. I can talk about In This Moment for eons. But we got that. Alright, so, good card. Good show, as of this video, on Wednesday night. And let's get into it. Alright, so Taz, Excalibur, and Tony Baloney are your commentators. Some good matches, and that's that. Alright, so we opened the show, kind of like how we opened last week's show, with Renee and MJF, and then Adam Cole, and a certain guy named Roddy! But we got that. But this week, we got Tony Baloney brings in Mr. MJF, who has a 2024 jacket on. Hey, 2024 yet, dude. But thank you for the jacket. I wonder if that's a meaning or something. I don't know. I got allergies, that's why I'm rubbing my nose. But it is what it is. So anyway, MJF comes in, talked about his loss last week, his first loss in like a lot of months, to Jay White, thanks to the Bullet Club. But he says it will never, ever happen again. And then his phone starts buzzing. Ringing. Well, it rang, but what you hear was like, bzzz. And it's like, "Oh, it's Adam. Let's put on the Videotron." So, we have a video call with Adam Cole, baby. Still looks the same, still has that beard. Got a little gray hair in it. You might need some Just For Men there, Mr. Adam Cole, baby. I did mention it to him on Twitch today. So, he laughed. Anyway, so Adam Cole, baby, says that Max should take Samoa Joe up on his offer of teaming with him, and he was like, I don't know, I don't like the guy, you know. I mean, but you got no friends left, dude. You're losing friends rapidly. So if I were you, I would take up Samoa Joe's offer. I mean, if it was me, I would take it up for him. I'm like, I might not like the guy, but you know, stranger things have happened in wrestling. You know, two people that hate each other become tag team champions. Cena and not even Cena. Yeah, Cena and I forget who he was. I think it was Batista or Agent Batista. I forget who. Like weird combinations as tag team champions, but they only chance for like a few weeks, and then or a week gone. But I'm thinking we're gonna get one of those where Joe's gonna team with Max and become a Grand Slam champion because he's held the TV title, the Pure title, the World title, and now the Tag Team title. So a Grand Slam champion. There's not that many in Ring of Honor. The last one was Jay Lethal. So Joe is now going to become a Grand Slam champion. So he will team with Max to go against the Ass Boys at Full Gear. You know, if it does happen, I think they will retain unless something happens and Joe turns on Max. Which sometimes you can't trust Joe, but Joe wants that world title shot, and MJF's like, yeah, I'll give it to you. But then Joe's like, well, on one condition. You know, stuff like that. And then eventually he'll turn on Max, and then I think at World's End, at the end of December the 30th in Long Island, MJF's hometown, how fitting that at the final pay-per-view of the year is the night before his contract officially ends. And where does he go? Does he lose the title to Joe, and Joe is now the face of AEW for 2024? Or MJF retains, and then you think about what the hell is going to happen on New Year's Eve? Does he? I mean, people are saying that he's going to retain, and then he might just like come out, like he'll have like the contract like right there at ringside, and he's like, you know what? Fuck you, Hunter. Signs the contract on live TV. Well, not on live TV, but on pay-per-view, and he signs like a mega 5-year deal for like $200 million. You never know. But then again, he could sign that WWE contract. Oh, that would be weird. Signs it in Long Island, and oh boy, Tony Khan is going to have a fit. He's going to be really fearing for his life. Because the face of the company's gone. Who's going to be the face now? Joe? Or he just gets rid of the belt. They have a freaking tournament starting in January. And then the finals are at the first pay-per-view in January. Because there's going to be 12 pay-per-views. But 8 of them are going to be AEW. 4 of them are going to be Ring of Honor. We all know which 4 they are. I believe 4 of them. Yeah, it has to be 4. I mean, Final Battle, Supercard, Death Before Dishonor, and I think there might be a 4th one. I'm not sure. Maybe Glory by Honor. I don't know. But you know, all the other pay-per-views are going to be AEW related. We're gonna get All In 3, All Out 5 or 6, 5 I think. Forbidden Door 3, Double or Nothing 6, which is 6, but it's 5. But we got Double or Nothing Revolution 2024. Then we got All In 3, like I said, All Out in August and September. Definitely get Wrestle Dream in October. Wrestle Dream 2. Full Gear number 6. Or 5, I don't know what number it is, but Full Gear 2024, and then probably getting another World's End pay-per-view at the end of 2024. And then we'll see what happens in between that with the Ring of Honor pay-per-views. But we got that. But anyway, after Full Gear, we're on the road to Winter is Coming, December the 13th. That's a Wednesday. So, got that. And then, basically, that's going to lead into maybe Battle of the Belts 8. I haven't heard anything about that yet, but we'll see. And then that's going to lead into the final pay-per-view, World's End. People say Worlds Collide. That's not the name of the pay-per-view. I had to mention that the Flobo was like, World's End! No, that's not the pay-per-view name. Worlds Collide, I mean, it's World's End. It'd be nice if it's Worlds Collide, but might get a little copyright from Mexico. Just saying. Well, it's just saying. Anyway, so, get that. So, MJF talks to Adam Cole, says you should take up Joe's offer, you know, be your tag team partner. And MJF's like, I don't know about it. You know, I'm still kind of, I don't like the guy, blah, blah, blah. And then the dancing fool, Daniel Garcia, who's challenging MJF for the belt, in the first segment, after the pyro and everything, he comes in with Angelo Parker and Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard. You want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard? You want to know? Go to his YouTube channel and ask him yourself. Alright. So, they all laugh at Max. And then, Garcia says that, you know, because MJ's like, well, am I going to get the sports entertainer or am I going to get the professional wrestler? So Garcia's like, well, you're going to get the professional wrestler. He said it! And, I mean, you don't even hear, like, Daddy Magic or even Angelo Parker say anything. Like, stop him from saying it. He just said it. Okay. So we're going to get the professional wrestler, Mr. Daniel Garcia. So they leave. And then Max is, like, still upset. He's trying to talk to Adam. And then you hear, Adam! Adam! And Roddy comes out with the rest of the kingdom. I'm Matt Taven. Next strong, my friends. And his goddamn freaking plush giraffe. I don't know what he does with that. I don't want to know. Think of your own fantasies, you fucking perverts. And another pervert himself, that's Mike Bennett. So they come in, and Roddy offers MJF some tips. I don't know what tips, I don't want to know. So MJF's like, oh, fuck you, man! I gotta go. I gotta get ready for my match. So he leaves, and then Roddy's trying to talk to freaking Adam, and Adam's like, we got technical difficulties again, so he says, fuck you, Roddy, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. He's like, Adam! So he gets all mad, and then Roddy says, it's like, people will know who I am. And he says, this is what the devil would do. And people, he has to remind people who the hell Roderick Strong is. I like that little line. He says, "This is what this is what the devil would do." Now, is that pertaining to Max, or is he the devil? We still don't know who he is. We will talk about that at the end of this little video with that final segment. It was just wild. But we'll talk about that. So I get the first segment, 3.25 out of 5 stars. Off and running on Dynamite! Alright, so we go to the opening sequence, the fire, the pyro, we are live! From Portland, Oregon. And we start off, I thought this was going to be the main event, but we start off with this, which I'm okay with. But it did lead to the, it was a lead into the end segment. So for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, Maxwell Jacob Fartknacker takes on the Dancing Fool, Daniel Garcia, with Matt Maynard and Angelo Parker at ringside. This was a pretty damn good match. It was a pretty good start to the show. A banger, if you will. So it starts off with MJF hitting Garcia in the face. So Garcia's like, smacked him in the face. And then he's about to go, he's about to dance, and Daddy's dancing. Stop it! And, Parker and Maynard are like, don't do that! And then, by the way, speaking of Daddy Magic, he has a new shirt out called Daddy Says No. Buy it now on AEWshop.com. I might buy it. I might. It would be kind of weird going down the street and says, Daddy Says No! What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know. What do you think it means? Daddy says no. Take that any way you want. But anyway. So after that, they stop the dance, we get an armbar by MJF, has Garcia down, and then he rolls up MJF for a near fall. Actually, MJF gets a roll up for a near fall. We go to break, we come right back, and as always, during the break, the heels come back. Garcia hits a one-armed German suplex. That was nice, but the one-armed power driver was even better. And he starts dancing even more, dancing. The fans are going nuts. But MJF goes right back on the arm before a hammerlock DDT gets a near fall. Garcia kicks the leg out. He didn't shoot the leg down, no son. He kicked the leg out. And like I said, hits that beautiful one-armed power driver. I don't know how he did it. That is brute strength. I marked the fuck out for that. I think his arm, because MJF was working on the arm most of the match, he had to use one arm. So he got that. Fans were nuts. I marked out. Then he locks in the Dragon Tamer, which is basically the Scorpion Deathlock, sharpshooter, but it has a little bit more torque on it. I thought MJ was gonna tap right there, but somehow he escaped and transitioned into the Salt of the Earth, and then Danny Garcia had to tap out in a little over 10.5 minutes. But match was great. 3.5 out of 5 stars. What are you gonna do? I mean, Garcia put on a great match, and don't forget, Garcia is a former Ring of Honor Pure Champion and a former PWG World Heavyweight Champion. I haven't heard a lot from PWG in a while. What's going on there, Excalibur? You own that promotion. Tope Suicida! Okay. Anyway, so we get that. So match, like I said, 3.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, MJF wants to do a code of honor, which you rarely see from him. And Garcia is about to, tries for it. And Matt Maynard and Angel Parker are like, nope, no, you are not shaking his hand. We're getting out of here. So then MJ's like yelling, it's like, you don't need these guys! You don't need them! Shake my hand! So Garcia's like, fuck you guys. He's about to go again, and then they stop him again. And then they finally leave. And MJ's pissed. But I think Garcia is going to finally break away from 2.0 and Anna Jay and Jake Hager. Going to go on his own. I think he's going to become a champion again. I don't know where, but whether it be Ring of Honor or he wins the maybe the TNT title, or he wins the Intercontinental title, the International title. We'll have to see what happens with that, and we move on with that. Then we get a video on the Funky Chicken himself. Mark Briscoe is all ready for Jay White. Should be an excellent match coming up in the main event. But we move on with that. Alright, after that hot start, then we start getting the Tony Khan special. We get a tag team match that lasted just under 3 minutes. Did I say just under 3 minutes? Under 3 minutes? Yeah, I did. So we have the Outrunners, Floyd and Magnum, taking on the team of Darby Allin. How you doing? I'm so emo. I come from Seattle, and I'm teaming with a guy that's 63 years old and wears more face paint than me, but he's more cooler than me because I'm so fucking emo. But he doesn't live in Seattle like I do, because I'm emo and I live in my own car. And I've got a skateboard. I'm 150 pounds, sweating, soaking wet. Yeah. Darby and it's Stink! Sting, Steve Borden, whatever you want to call him. So they have this meaningless, basic 3-minute match. Did I say 3 minutes? Yeah, I did. This was what it was. Sting and Darby get the win after Sting comes in, cleans house. The Outrunners try for a double elbow to Sting, and that's gonna work? Sting's like, pfft. goes off. We get a Stinger Splash, backsplash combo by both men, and then Sting locks in the Scorpion Deathlock on Floyd, and he taps out. Where he should have gone, but 3 minutes. It should have lasted like 2 minutes, really. But still, Sting and Darby get the win. Big fucking whoop. And I gave the match 2.25 out of 5 stars. We're gonna see him again this weekend on Collision as they team up with Threshold, Adam Copeland, Edge, as they take on Lance Archer, the Murder Monster, and the Righteous of Dutch and Vincent. That should be funny with Jake Roberts. I actually watched that. Promo. I'm not kidding. I watched it on Instagram. Tommy Dreamer put it up because it was like 20 some odd years ago since that epic promo from Terry. 25 years ago, November to Remember 98. Tommy, you could have picked any partner, but you picked Jake Roberts, a nobody. What is wrong with you, Tommy? Psh, smacked him in the face. You son of a bitch, fight me! I'm not gonna fight you, Terry. You son of a bitch! Psh, psh, psh. Beat the fuck out of him. He beat Tommy Dreamer so bad it was like a massacre. And I think they had a match at the ECW arena. Bloody as fuck. But that promo was funny. I gotta play it one day. I'm gonna play a bit of it because I might get copyrighted for it, but I'll play a little bit of it. Not now, but next time. Next time I talk about like a hardcore match, and I'll just like bring up Terry Funk. You remember that Terry, right? Terry? What? You remember Tommy Dreamer, your epic promo in 98? That son of a bitch, I hate him. I love the guy, but I hate him. He was not a hardcore legend like me in Japan. Japan, #1, forever. Okay. Stop with the forever now, I know, we know. Forever! Okay, Terry, stop. 25 years ago, that promo, dude. Jake Roberts! There's nobody! And then Jake just standing there, like, getting basically ripped apart by Terry Funk. And he's like, fuck you! And he goes to the back. While Terry's beating the fuck out of Tommy Dreamer with the freaking mic. And he's still about coming from the rafters, coming down, he's like, this is Funk You Wrestling! He comes down, he goes over the freaking grandstand, and he wants the freaking cameraman to go in, and the camera can't even go over there. So he goes all the way to the ring, talks to Tommy about why he picked Jake Roberts as his mystery partner instead of him. I think they were fighting Carino and, I think C. Carino and Jack Victory. And then, for some odd reason, he picks freaking, Jake Roberts because, they had that history of the DDTs and stuff like that. And, Terry was in the company and everything, and he picks Jake Roberts over Terry Funk, and Terry Funk beat the fuck out of him. I mean, legit, fucked him up. They're still good friends and everything, You know how Tommy, when Terry Funk died, he, cried like a little bitch, but everything. Like, I think everybody cried when Terry Funk died. Even when Bray Wyatt died, we cried even more, because it was back to back. Ugh, that hurts, man. It hurts, like about a month or two ago. Still miss that guy. I still miss Terry Funk. I even miss him. I miss him as much as I miss Bray Wyatt. That was a shock. Terry, it was coming, but we didn't know when, but we get that. And we move on. Alright, so Sting and Darby get the win in basically 3 minutes. Did I say 3 minutes? And that's it. So 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we go to probably the weirdest contract signing in wrestling history. We have Tony Baloney Schiavone sitting down with two fucking hotties This is all in black and white. When was the last time you saw a black and white contract signing? So we had the contract signing between Hikaru Shida. Holy Shida! And boy, she looked hot. Holy Shida, if you know what I mean. Oh, got my temperature rising, if you know what I mean. Boing! You know, she looked good in her Daisy Dukes. Those legs. Whew. Anyway, and so we had Hikaru Shida and Timeless Toni Storm with Luther, not Luther, her, I don't know what he is, with sommelier like Reggie used to be from Sasha Banks and Carmella. So anyway, they're there to do the contract signing. Toni Storm, you know, still dressed so good, you know, her feet are just like, ugh. She got nice feet and legs too. I wonder how that relationship is in the Toni Storm, Juice Robinson household. Both of them are crazy fucks. They probably had crazy, you know. Well, they can't have crazy drunk sex. They probably just had crazy sex. It's crazy. I don't want to know how it is. I don't even want to care. But I mean, I love freaking Toni Storm's gimmick. It's just, mwah, so good. So good, like good pussy. But I digress. We move on. Alright, so Tony Baloney's there, you know, here's a hottie sandwich. But can you stop with the fucking pictures on Twitter with you and Britt Baker? It is creepy. I know it's your birthday. I understand that. I know you're two friends. But he's like, they have that. I can't. Well, let me do it before I, you know, she has her drink and her drink's like over here. Like I can't do it, but you know, when you put you put your arm around it, it's like this. They're doing that, so it kind of feels a little creepy. I don't call lets them go out together because it feels creepy. And Adam, I think you need to put a leash on Britt. Because if freaking Tony Baloney is a married man. He's like 60-something years old. Britt Baker's like, what, 28, 30 years old, I think? I don't know how old she is. Actually, let me fire up the old machine here. Machine. I'm not a machine! Anyway. Let me look on Google. See how Toni Storm. Where am I? I don't even know where I am. Let me look up Britt Baker. Type that. Yeah, I'm using my other phone. I have two phones. So I'm rich. Anyway, Britt Baker is, how old is she? 32. Wow. 5'7", 32 years old. Interesting. Adam Cole's like 33, I think. 33, 34, so they're right the same age. Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole's 34. I think his birthday is early this year. But he is 34 years old. Toni Storm's got to be like 30, in her 20s at least. I know, I'm doing this on the fly, so I'm sorry. Toni Storm, real name Toni Rosale, or Rosale, Timeless. She's 28. Oh yeah, she did say, you know what they say? Chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe. She said that at the end after both signed the contract. And then they did the, face-off stuff. Shida promises to beat her again. And then Toni Storm doesn't really seem to buy that. Then she says, chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe. And then she's like, fuck the shoe! Slaps the shoe out of her face, out of her hand. And then they go face to face to sign the contract. That's it. no physicality. I thought it was pretty decent. It was kind of weird seeing it in black and white, but it was cool. So I gave that 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Let me move on with that. Speaking of that, speaking of Sheeta, I want to look up her age. She's got to be 30 something. Why isn't it showing it? What happened here? There we go. Damn, Sheeta's 35. Looks good for 35. I'm just saying. Oop, that didn't sound good. Okay. Come on, shut off. There you go. Anyway, yeah, Sheeta is 35. Wow. Bucks are like almost near 40 now. Kenny's like close to that age too. They're not young bucks anymore. They're like middle-aged, soon-to-be middle-aged bucks. We'll get to the Bucks and Kenny and Jericho in a little bit. By the way, happy birthday to Chris Jericho, the Ocho. 54, I think he's 54. I know he's in his 50s. I think he was 53 last year. Blah, 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 blah. Mr. Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, how old is he? He is 53. I was off by a year. 53 years old. The Ocho. The Wizard. Le Champion. The Demo God. 53 years old. As of, well, today. Yesterday. If you see this, tomorrow is yesterday. So happy birthday to the Ocho. And yes, I did meet Chris Jericho. I met him at, what did I meet him at? It was in this it was, I think it was Uproar. I think it was Uproar or I think it was Mayhem or Uproar in Jersey at the PNC. Because In This Moment was playing on the same stage as them, but I went to see, I was just there to see In This Moment, and then, I think Rob Zombie was on the main stage. I think it was Stained, Rob Zombie, and Lamb of God on the main stage. I think. I forget. But, yeah. So, anyway, I met up with In This Moment, as always, talking about how Blood was, like, number 8. And that was me and you-know-who were the first person on the meet and greet line. We saw them going there, and then we had the freaking CDs, and I don't want to even get to that. That story was stupid with stupid security guards. Like, oh, you need a freaking wrist thing. It's like, we have the CDs. We need a wristband. So me being sneaky said, hey, can I get a wristband? I bought the CD. So they gave us they gave it to us anyway. Because I forgot to give it to us. So we kind of sneaked into the meet and greet. And it was funny. Maria gave me a smoochy smooch, and then everybody else was great. We stayed there for a while, and then we heard Fozzy going on on the second. Well, there was like 2 stages. I was like one over here, one over here, like right here, and the other one was right here. POD was on one of the other stages. So I saw Fozzy, but then when they finished, they did their meet and greet. And then I had to wait online to meet Jericho. It was the Rockstar. It was Rockstar Mayhem because they had the Rockstar Mayhem tent there, and boy, they had a lot of Rockstar there. Holy shit, I had like a lot of them. That Fruit Punch. I had the cola one, and then I had the orange one in succession, by the way. And boy, did that fuck me up. Never again. I'm doing that because. Then we went to the main stage. We got some food. Then we went to the main stage, and then I think after Stain went off, I should say. I had to go do a number 2, and it felt like a number 4, but I went, and there was a long ass line in the bathroom. I'm like, I'm probably gonna miss the next Lamb of God was whatever, but thankfully I did not. But it was a long line. I had to poop, so I had to wait for the stall to open. I know I'm getting too TMI, but, I had to wait, so I got there, pooped my brains out. And then, thankfully, it was okay for the rest of the show. But, in any case, we move on with that. But yeah, even when after I got the drinks and I got the drinks and everything, that was after I met Jericho. I got online, met Jericho, talked about, it was like 2000 and, I don't even know what year it was. But, he had that feud with Cena at the time. Oh, Cena was there, and I said Jericho was about to come back. So I was like, Jericho, we need you back! Cena's starting to piss us off! So he's like, oh, see what I can do? Shook his hand, I had the, Fozzy, poster. I don't have it, I don't know where it is now. I bought the CD at the time, I forgot the name of it. Not Who Wants to Start a War, or even the one, I have the one after that. I have all of them. I have all Fozzy's records. I didn't like Fozzy at the time, but now I love Fozzy. Not Fozzy, well, Fozzie Bear, waka waka waka, but I like the band Fozzy. Jericho's cool. Jericho's a great person to meet. He is very, doesn't come off like a schmuck. But he's a great person, man. I met Samoa Joe. I met AJ Styles. That is something that some people can't do. The phenomenal AJ Styles. Treat me for the love of God. I met almost everybody. Well, not everybody, but everybody in kind of the Bullet Club when in Japan, except for Kenny. I so want to meet Kenny. One day, I want to meet Kenny Omega. I do. Well, he was in Ring of Honor, but he never did. I don't ever think he did a meet and greet, which sucks. But, I wanted him to come back, so he would be with the Bucks and everything, so we could do the line for that meet and greet would be forever. Nobody would see the show, because the line would be so massive. Even the line when the Bucks do a meet and greet is massive, so what do you want to do? But I met the Bucks like 7,000 times. But, I met the Bucks, I met Cody. Yeah, I met Cody. I didn't do the, yeah, Cody, But Cody, when he had the brown hair, before he had the blonde hair, I think. But, met Cody, met Marty Scurll twice. Adam Page, the Hangman, doing some cowboy shit, and no, I didn't ask him how hung he was. Somebody asked me to ask him, but I never asked him, because I was too nervous to even ask him. I thought it was stupid. But, what do you think they call him? The Hung Bucks. Anyway, and I met Adam Cole, because he was in Bullet Club, AJ, pretty much that's, Tonga and Tonga Leoa, the Grills of Destiny. But everybody else is in Chase Hall, Scott Hall's son, was in Bullet Club. Met David Finlay. Yeah, I did meet David Finlay, because he did do a couple of indie shows here, a long time, a few years ago. Now he's kind of like the leader of Bullet Club Japan. But I would like to meet, what's his name? Yujiro Takahashi. The one that comes out with Pieter. I would like to meet Pieter and and smack that muffin ass. But then I'll have to get kicked. I'll probably have to get my ass kicked by Bad Luck Fale. Because it's basically her pimp. Bastard. You bastard! I'd like to meet freaking, Taichi and his, hottie, Abe Mio, or Mio Abe, what do you want to call her? I did say hello to her on Instagram. She did a live show once. But she was talking in Japanese, so Konnichiwa! I just said, Konnichiwa! We love you long time! You suck your dick long time! Yeah. Good stuff, man. A lot of New Japan. I love Japan. I mean, Japan. I love Japan. I'd love to go there one day if I had the money. There's a lot of money to go to Tokyo and Osaka, you know, basically everywhere in Japan, Okinawa. I'll probably just go to Tokyo, just go to the Tokyo Dome. Maybe Kurikan Hall. Maybe visit the New Japan Dojo. Then really want to go eat somewhere, I'll just go to McDonald's and freaking TGI Fridays. That's the only places American places they have there. Like, where are you gonna go? I mean, I'm gonna go eat sushi? No. No. I have my own sushi. I'll have my own sushi if you know what I mean. Go to one of those bathhouses. All day, all night. Meet of you long time. Yeah, I know you would. I wouldn't come back. I would not come back. I'll probably live in Japan. Live in Japan, get a job in Japan, maybe at the New Japan Dojo. I'll be one of those young boys. 55-year-old guy working in New Japan. Yeah, I could take Kevin Kelly's job. Maybe. But I would love to go to Japan. I would. Hey, maybe I can, I'll go where Asuka lives. Kairi and Io. And maybe I'll go to Stardom. Stardom's in Japan. I'll go to a Stardom show. Maybe I'll see Mina Shirakawa. Or the other Miyu. Not Mina, the Miyu Yamashita, I think her name is. And all the stars of Stardom. Sadly, when I see Julia, but she's coming to NXT pretty soon, in March maybe. She might actually appear at Stand and Deliver in April, I assume they're gonna do it again. But Julia, watch out for her. If WWE, I mean, she is supposed to go to the Performance Center, but I haven't signed her yet because her contract doesn't end until March. So she could be in NXT by the end of March 2024, and maybe we'll see her on TV at Stand and Deliver against who? Oh man, I don't even want to know. She'll just destroy the NXT Women's Division, and then she'll probably go right up to the main roster. Oh man, her and Jade Cargill, her and Kairi again. Ho ho. How about her and Io? That I would freaking mark out. Her and Asuka. Julia versus the Black Lotus Triad. Asuka, Io, and Kairi. Not in succession, but I mean, for that whole year, 2024. And then maybe the ultimate would be Jade. I really feel bad for freaking AEW's women division. I do. If Julia's there and Jade's there, with Asuka, Io, Kairi, and everybody else there, what does AEW got? Britt Baker, Hikaru Shida, Toni Storm, Nyla Rose, Chris Statlander, Ruby Soho, Saraya Knight. You know, I mean, they would have a decent roster, but they won't even hold a candle to WWE's women's roster. Unless they bring, even if they bring in Mercedes Moné or even Mandy Rose, they won't hold a candle to them. So, I really think WWE is going to be the promotion of the year next year. I have a feeling. I think them and New Japan are going to be like 1-2. But don't sleep on TNA. Don't sleep on TNA. TNA might have a great year next year because they have they bring it back. The name is back. I think Hard to Kill is going to be a great pay-per-view under the TNA banner. They're bringing all the TNA titles back. Well, not all of them, but they're going to be renamed the TNA titles. TNA Knockouts title, TNA X Division title, TNA World title. I don't know what TNA Tag Team belts, TNA Women's Tag Team belts. Don't know what they're going to do with the Digital Media Championship. They probably should just get rid of that belt. Or just call it the TNA TV belt. Hey, bring back the Global title. Why not? Let's see what happens with that. But yeah, WWE and I think New Japan are gonna be probably 1-2 promotions next year. I don't think AEW. I think AEW have a good year, but depending what happens, because it's not even 2024 yet. But we'll see. I mean, WWE's got the new TV deals coming out. NXT's coming on the CW11. What day? I don't know. But maybe on Tuesdays. Who knows? Raw. Who knows where that's going? It's not going to be on the USA Network. I don't think they're going to re-sign them to USA. They might go to ABC. They might go to Disney. They might go to Amazon Prime. They could even go to the WBD, where AEW is. Monday Night Raw, sponsored by Michigan J Frog and Daffy Duck. Excuse me. Then again, they could go to FX. But all those channels, most people have. Well, I think everybody and their mother should have Disney Plus by now. I know you gotta pay like whatever a month for it. Same thing with Amazon. Same thing with Hulu. But if you have ABC, that's a major TV network. Everybody gets ABC. FX, depending on what cable company you have, you should be able to get it. And if you don't, I don't know. But FX, to go to FX, that's great. They could go to ESPN, which some people have, some people don't. I have it, so. I don't care wherever Raw goes, I have the channel. But even if they go on like Amazon Prime, or they go on Hulu, or they go on Disney Plus, I have it. They can even stay on Peacock. I don't give a shit. NXT's on CW11, which basically everybody has. SmackDown's going to be on the USA Network, so that's going to be the only thing on USA. I mean, everybody got USA Network. But I really wish TNA would kind of get off Access TV and get a major TV deal. But now that's under the TNA banner. Maybe they get a major TV deal and kind of get off Access, because not that many people have Access TV. Ring of Honor should get a TV deal, but are they? Probably not. Probably stay on Ring of Honor TV, Wrestling.com. They'll be on just an internet show, like it was in the past on HD.net. And then, it was on Destination America, but the ratings stunk. And then basically, I think after that, they were on, Pursuit. Or they were on something. And then, basically, they were on Ring of Honor Wrestling after that. And then, the company went on hiatus, and they brought it back. Now it's on Honor Club on Ring of Honor Wrestling.com, but you gotta pay a certain amount a month. Unless you get the VIP. I get it for free! Let's talk about Ring of Honor tomorrow. Before I go to my do my things tomorrow. My Friday night plans I gotta do. So I'll do that tomorrow afternoon. Probably like around 3 o'clock. 3, 4 o'clock. I gotta go out like at 7 o'clock at night. So, but in any case, we move on. What was I talking about? I don't even know. Alright, so I talk about all these Kushida, Tony Storm, Britt Baker, Adam Cole, Jericho. So I went off on a tangent, sorry. Alright, so anyway, Shida and Tony Storm signed the contract, where nothing else happens, and that's pretty much it. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. I think Tony Storm will win the AEW Women's Championship back for I believe the second time. So really, Shida, every time she's held, I think the first time she held it for a long time, and then she just won it, lost it, gained it back, and now she's been a champ for about like a month or two. She's gonna lose it again to Tony Storm, and Tony Storm's gonna probably go on a nice long reign. Who she loses to, I don't know. Maybe back to Saraya Knight. Maybe. I really don't know. It could be Sky Blue. It could be Willow. I would have to see. But we'll get to that when we get there. Alright, move on. Alright, then we go back to the arena for some more action. This time with the men. And we have another banger of a match. We have my good friend from Mexico, Pentagon Zero Miedo, along with Alex Abrahantes at ringside. He takes on, get ready, because it's coming. He takes on whose house? Swerve's house. Whose house? Swerve's house. So Swerve comes out with my good friend, a fellow Brooklynite. That is the real Prince of the Prophecy and the Purge. That is my good friend, Prince Nana of the Embassy. And it's time to dance, ladies and gentlemen. Swerve when I drive, and I swerve when I drive, and swerve when I drive, and swerve when I drive, and swerve. Okay. I would do a whole video dancing to that, but you don't want to see that. Some of you do. Some of you do. You just clip it and put on your lame as fuck dead channels just to make fun of it. I don't give a shit. At least I dance way better than you. That's good content, by the way. When I do it, I put it on my channel, it's good content. When you steal it and you put it on your channel, you're just using it for clout. So, but anyway, this was a great match. Starts off with a feeling out process, not like that. Swerve takes Pentagon into the corner for a kick to the leg. Ow. Then Swerve bites the fingers of Pentagon. We got a biter! Pentagon goes right back with some mean-as fuck chops. Then a backstabber sends Swerve to the outside, where he's able to drop Pentagon face first on the ring steps. Ow! Ay, caramba. Anyway, speaking of ay, caramba. Antonito, I say, how you doing? I gotta go. Ay, ay, ay! You only saw it for a second. Anyway, so after that, Pentagon Strike comes back, strikes away at Swerve, hits a big running flippy dibbity-doo as we go to break. We come back. Pentagon hits Made in Japan. Actually, Made in Japan and the JML driver are blocked. And then we get a double down. And then Pentagon gets up with a Death Valley driver right near the ropes. Gets a near fall out of that. Then he drops Swerve hard onto the apron. Ow. Swerve is on the floor. They get back in. Swerve comes back, reverses a head scissors out of the corner by flipping Pentagon into the corner. Ooh, that looked nasty. Goes for a 450. It gets blocked. And then Pentagon hits Made in Japan, #1, for a very near fall. Swerve comes back with his own Death Valley driver. And then snaps Pentagon's arm. The way he did it looked nasty. Ooh. And then Pentagon did it before, but oof. Nasty the way that Swerve did it. I mean, this felt like Lucha Underground, Killshot versus Pentagon Dark. Anyway. So after he snaps Pentagon's arm in two, he goes up top, hits the Swerve Stomp. 1, 2, 3, in 13.5 minutes. This banger of a match ends, and Swerve gets the win. Match gave 3.25 out of 5 stars. And, get all that. And then, after the match, Swerve tries to take off Pentagon's mask, and Alex Abrahantes can't really do much. And say, what are you doing? And then, we hear the music of Hangman Adam Page, who comes out about to do some cowboy shit. They meet on the ramp. He lays out Swerve. Beats him up all the way up the ramp. Then he locks him in the Deadeye. And he jumps, hits the Deadeye off the stage through a bunch of tables. Whew. Nasty. But he hits that, and then the referees, have to move him out of the way, and Hangman goes to the back, and Swerve looks like he's dead. And poor Prince Nana's like, what are you doing? So we get that. It's not, the lead up to this probably going to be bloody as fuck match. It didn't really need Hangman to hit the move off the ramp to the table. I don't think it was needed. He could have just hit the Deadeye on the ramp. But I mean, maybe a prelude to the violence that is going to be in that match. Maybe some ultra violence. I mean, the way that Swerve is, I mean, if you saw his stuff in Lucha Underground with a certain guy named AR Fox, that guerrilla warfare match where Swerve put AR Fox through almost a pyramid of hell. It didn't have fire, it would have been epic, but put him through a barbed wire table with glass on it. Sick. That was a bloody match. Bloody as fuck. Swerve had the kill shot mask on. He was still bleeding. AR Fox was like bloody mess. It was a war. But maybe we get something like that at Full Gear. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so we move on. Alright, after that we get a video from the Switchblade. Play with Switchblade. Jay White is all ready to beat up the funky chicken Mark Briscoe in the main event, and hopes that MJF is watching. You think he is? He probably will be. And then we get that. Alright, after that, we get a video, almost like a video game video, of the Don Callis family ready for serious violence next week in what they call the Final Boss match against Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega, the Big Slow, and Kota Ibushi as they take on Takeshita, Will Hobbs, who else? Kyle Fletcher, and I don't know who the fourth guy is. Might be him too. It might be Don Callis, I don't know. But anyway, we move on with that. So I got that. I like the presentation of it with it felt like a video game. I don't know what it looked like. Final Fantasy meets Yakuza or something like that. Anyway, so that was pretty damn good. So I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the back with Alex Marvez. And he has the Golden Jets, Chris Jericho, and Kenny Omega. Bang. Anyway, they're ready for the 8-man tag team war next week. And they're talking and talking. And then the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, who have now turned heel, they come in. And then they say, oh, that's a great idea. You know what's a better idea? How about the Elite, Kenny? So basically, they jaw jack with Jericho again. They think Jericho is just here to get a fat paycheck. But Jericho thinks he and Kenny are the better team. I don't know about that. So then, Matt Jackson's like, oh, really? You want to put that to the test? How about we fight at Full Gear? I'm like, okay, that sounds good. And then Jericho's like, okay, we'll do the match, but let's up the stakes a little bit. If we win, we get your AEW Tag Team title shot. And then Matt's like, okay, fine, that's great. And then Nick says, well, if we win, because it's in the hometown of Los Angeles, California, if we win, and, he's like, if we win, and we will, then you and Kenny can never team up again. The Golden Jets are done. And then, Kenny can go back to being in the Elite. We'll see. So, Kenny says, well, I've beaten you before, and I'll beat you again. Remember when he was teaming up with Hangman Adam Page, when they beat the Bucks in, where was that? That was in Florida. I forgot. It was on that outside show. Remember when they were on the beach? Not on the beach, but they had the pool and everything. When Jericho got thrown, Sammy Guevara got thrown into the pool. Not on the Jericho cruise, but it was in Florida. I forget where. That's when the Bucks had the titles, and then Kenny and Adam Page were going for it, and they won the belts that night. And they held it for like a long time, and then I think the Bucks got it right back. But blah. So it should be some epic shit at Full Gear. The Golden Jets versus the Young Bucks, high stakes match. If the Bucks win, the Golden Jets are no more. But if Jericho and Omega win, they get the Young Bucks AEW Tag Team title shot. I could probably see Kenny turning heel here. And then we'll get Kenny, possibly Kenny versus Jericho at Winter is Coming. We haven't seen that before, right? We have seen that before. So we'll get that. Or maybe it extends to World's End. But I think Kenny will come back to the Elite. And he'll be the bad guy. He'll be back, hopefully go back to the cleaner. Because really, Kenny's not doing much. You know, he's been, ever since the summer, and the whole thing where he got screwed by Don Callis. You know, which is hopefully going to end on Wednesday. But I think Kenny's going to turn heel, go back with the Bucks. And then they might go after the Trios titles, either the Ring of Honor or the AEW Trios titles, win them again. And then, you know, Kenny will dismantle Jericho in December. And then we'll see what happens with him. Because like I said, he's not doing anything. He's losing to Takeshita. He's having problems with Don Callis and family. They had Cole's friend Jericho to team up, and even wanted to team up with Jericho. And now they're teaming up, and they've won a couple matches here and there, but I just think Kenny is going to turn on Jericho, go back with Nick and Matt. Now we're going to get a heel version of the Elite. Not that we've seen that before. We'll have to see what happens with that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars, and we move on. Alright, after that, we go to the Ring of Honor television title. We had Samoa Joe, who at the time was champ for 574 days. Almost getting close to 2 years. As he takes on the number 1 contender, Keith Lee. Big, beefy men slapping meat in this match. Back and forth they went. The match didn't last that long. 11 and a half minutes. Like I said, beating the crap out of each other. Joe takes out the leg, hitting a dragon screw leg whip on Big Keith Lee. Keith Lee comes back, manages a pop-up power bomb. No, not the spirit bomb. A pop-up power bomb for a kind of delayed near fall. I think it was Paul Turner was a referee, and you know how he goes, 1, 2, 3. You think he counts 3, and I was like, that was 3. So we got a 2.99999. Joe gets right back up, and he pulls Keith Lee into the Coquina Clutch. Keith Lee was fighting it, but eventually Paul Turner's like, no, he's out. That's it. So Samoa Joe retains the title and keeps going. He kept going on his mighty reign as TV champ. Match was alright, 3 out of 5 stars. But what we're all talking about is the aftermath. After the match, Joe gets on the mic and says, I've done everything I can with the TV title. I didn't come here, to be, I am the king of TV, but I want to be the king of AEW. So he's like, I don't need this belt anymore. So he vacates the Ring of Honor TV title at 574 days. And then he's like, I'm going to go after Max on the AEW World title. So I was like, what? Why are you vacating it? 574, you could have went another 2, could have went to 2 years? All you had to do was hold a belt till after Final Battle, which you were probably going to lose it there anyway. But he vacates the title, and now he's going after the world title. So what happens with the TV title? I guess what? Another tournament, most likely. So we'll probably find out. Found out on Ring of Honor TV earlier tonight about that. Like I said, there'll probably be a tournament. I think the finals will be at Final Battle, December the 15th in Texas. Don't know who's going to be in the tournament. If I had to pick anybody, Mark Briscoe should be in that tournament and win it. But we'll see. But I was kind of confused. Why would he Why didn't they just give it to Keith Lee? Keith Lee has a thing going on in Ring of Honor with Shane Taylor. That would have been an epic match at Final Battle. Keith Lee beats Joe, ends his reign at 574, and then he goes on a little bit of a run, holds the belt for maybe a little about a month or so, and then him and Shane Taylor have a big beefy men's slapping meat match at Final Battle over the TV title. Maybe Shane Taylor wins the TV title, but I was kind of confused about why. Who made the decision? Was it Joe or was it you, Tony Khan, man? I just felt, I really think Tony Khan does not even know what to do with Ring of Honor right now. He bought it about a year or two ago, and basically it's a freaking internet show. And I really don't know why. And he's saying in interviews, no cross promotion. Yet you see guys like freaking, Shibata on freaking Dynamite, Shibata on Collision. Shibata on Rampage. No crossover my ass. I mean, the freaking Ring of Honor tag team titles were defended on an AEW pay-per-view during the pre-show. So basically, Tony Khan bought the company for basically nothing. Because it is nothing. I hate to say that because I've been a Ring of Honor fan since 2006. It just feels like an indie promotion. With indie people in the show, with some veterans here and there. I'm like, what are you doing, Tony Khan? Do you even care about Ring of Honor? You were like, oh, I was a fan, and then I bought it. Like, I'm in my 30s, I bought Ring of Honor. But you're making it look like shit. What honor is there? Is there any honor in Ring of Honor right now? Why are we seeing Ring of Honor people on Dynamite? And on Collision and Rampage? Why? Should have his own show. Friday nights. Get rid of Rampage. Showcase more people. Have a 2-hour fucking show. Or, I guess you can keep it at 1 hour, but still. You get to showcase more people at least if you do a 2-hour show. But get rid of Rampage. Put Ring of Honor there. Put it on TNT so people can see these people. Like, nobody knows who half these people are. Not many people know about Shibata. I mean, a lot of people know about Eddie Kingston. I mean, if you don't know who Eddie Kingston is, I don't know what's wrong with you. Jay Lethal, former Ring of Honor champ. The Gates of Agony, basically Ring of Honor, but they're on AEW programming. Makes no sense. They're the 6-man tag team champions. Again. It boggles my mind. You got Dalton Castle on freaking Collision. I'm like, why? He's in Ring of Honor. Tony Khan does not know what to do with the company. Then why'd you buy it? Oh, because it was just going extinct. We needed him, I didn't want it to die. But you're making it look like fucking Impact. The bad years of Impact, basically. I mean, Impact is good now. It's about to be TNA. But now, freaking Ring of Honor, I hate to say this, ladies and gentlemen, but Ring of Honor feels like TNA. Back when it sucked. With, Dick Cicada, honey. Before, that schmuck, Billy Corgan, saved it. The bad years, when Hogan was there. Brother. Hogan and Bischoff almost ended the company before even Dixie Carter almost ended it in 2015. 16. That's how Ring of Honor is right now. It feels like Impact. And they have big stars there. They have good stars there. I mean, Athena is the women's champion. And she's beaten basically nobodies. Eventually she will lose to Billy Stark, but I mean, the women, there's no women's division there. It's just Athena and then whoever they can get from the indie scene. I mean, maybe Willow Nightingale goes there, or Sky Blue goes there. And once in a while, you see Miranda Alizé. You see the Renegade Twins. But it's like basically all the women there are indie people. I mean, you see my good friend Angelica, not Angelica, Angelica Risk. Even person who used to wrestle in Staten Island, freaking Jade, not Jade Cargill, her name was Jade, former women's champion, by the way, in Staten Island. Angelina Love was there. Allison Kay, by the way, happy birthday. Allison Kay, Marty Bell was there. The Hex was there. But now, the women's division, what is it? It's just Athena beating everybody. And then you just got poor Billy Starks now, the minion in training, and Athena's yelling at her, and then last week, she finally does something right. There is no Women of Honor. There isn't. There's only one person there, is Athena. And then you got Maria Kanellis, I know that, but basically Ring of Honor feels like an indie promotion. You just sprinkle in a little bit of, Samoa Joe, and Shibata, and Eddie Kingston, and Jay Lethal here and there. And maybe the Kingdom, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. Then you got the Ass Boys going after the Ring of Honor tag team belts. That Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker has, an AEW guy. Why aren't the Ring of Honor tag team belts defended on Ring of Honor TV? Not many titles are defended. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're not. You rarely get a world title match on Ring of Honor TV. Sometimes you get a pure title match. Sometimes you get a TV title match once in a while. And once in a blue moon, you get the women's title. I mean, they had it last week with Athena and Mercedes Martinez. But there is no women's division in Ring of Honor. It is basically a house show. A 1 hour, one and a half, maybe 2 hour house show. It's just showcasing the indie stars. I mean, that's great and all, but still, where is the honor? Where is Ring of Honor that I used to know? With Kevin Steen and company, Generico, the Wolves, all those people, Adam Cole, the Bucks, blah, blah, blah. Where is it, Tony Khan? Where is it? Because there is no Ring of Honor right now. I hate saying it, there is no Ring of Honor. I'm just watching an indie show on Thursday nights. Not MOW per se, but, or even Impact, or soon be TNA, but I'm starting to get really tired of even watching Ring of Honor. Because it's like, you see some good matches here and there, no doubt about it, because you see a lot of indie guys, like Darius Martin, Action Andretti. You bring in the guys from Mexico, Commander, Gravity, El Hijo de Vikingo, Commander, I can't think of anybody else, Mystico, Sin Cara, Sin Botch. But there is nothing there. It's nothing. It's just a glorified fucking indie promotion now. It basically looks like it feels like it's nothing. Why did Joe have to vacate the belt on an AEW television program? He could have just done it he could have just lost it at Final Battle to Mark Briscoe, or maybe even, I don't know who. But he vacates the belt basically a month before Final Battle? Why? Why? They could have just gave it to Keith Lee, faces Shane Taylor at Final Battle, and that's it. Then you worry about what you gotta do in 2024 with the belts. Eddie Kingston's probably gonna lose to Jay Lethal at Final Battle. Shibata, I don't know when he's defending that pure title. Against who? I don't know. Who beats him? I don't know. At this point, I don't think anybody. Unless maybe Garcia, but the tag belts might change hands. I don't know. I really don't know if the Ass Boys are gonna win on Sunday. Oh, not Sunday, next Saturday. I don't know. I think they might, unless Joe is the partner. But then again, Joe can just be the partner and just cost Max that night. And then in turn, which will lead into the title match, whenever that Winter is Coming or at World's End. But we'll see. But God forbid the Ass Boys are the Ring of Honor Tag Champs and they defend them on freaking AEW Rampage or Collision. Like, are we gonna ever see a tag another a title match on Ring of Honor TV unless it's just there? We're gonna put something on the program. Instead of having the freaking AEW Women's Championship almost every week. And Athena wiping the floor with basically indie women. Rarely you see somebody good from the indies. I mean, Athena's gonna lose that belt. Most likely to Billie Starkz, so that's it. Who else is who's gonna beat her? Unless they bring in somebody from the AEW roster. Like Sheeta. Oh, God forbid Sheeta. Or Statlander. They don't have Allie the Bunny no more because she's split. She's could probably go back to Impact, or she might go to NXT. I think she should go back to Impact. That would be something. A lot of people saying, oh, she should come back at Hard to Kill. But how do you explain it? How do you explain Allie coming back? Does she come back from the undead realm? She never died? Or, like, Rosemary somehow does, Rosemary comes back, and she does a seance or something to bring back Allie, because she misses her bunny. Because we all know how she died, thanks to Su Yung, with the Freddy Krueger claws. She died into the undead realm. How do you bring her back? You can't really. Unless you, maybe Father James Mitchell, after he smokes a gram of cocaine. I'm sorry to say that, James. I'm sorry. But, that's like, I don't even want to go on that. Why, Billy Corgan? Why? You had a TV deal in your hand, and you fucked it up. Now the NWA deserves to go away. I mean, legit, get out of here. We don't want to see it. Because now, you had the CW wanted the NWA, and then you do that. I'm like, nope, we're gonna take this NXT. We should be AEW, but Tony Khan last year said, no, we're not gonna go to the AEW. It was too much, was like, oh, the price range wasn't to my liking. Really now? So you could have had more viewership, or maybe a little bit more viewership on the CW11. But you stay with Warner. Okay, I understand that, but still. You didn't even have to put AEW there. You could put Ring of Honor right there. That was a perfect for Ring of Honor. They could have went to the CW, put it on Thursday nights. Everybody would have saw it. Well, not everybody, but Tony Khan, you should have thought about that. Put Ring of Honor, which is basically in the doldrums right now. You could have put that on the CW11. But now we can't even see it because everybody has to order freaking Honor Club. They have to pay a certain amount. I think it's like $9.99 a month or whatever it is. I mean, I get it for free, so I don't really care. But still, the CW11 was the perfect spot for Ring of Honor. Or just put it on TNT on Thursday, Friday nights. Get rid of Rampage. Nobody watches Rampage. I mean, I do, but because I have to. But not that many people even watch Rampage. Rampage got, what did Rampage get? 298 this past week, and Collision did under 300 and something thousand. Ugh. And even Dynamite last night, 800,000 views because it went down. AEW is in major trouble right now. It is in major trouble. And they're going to get destroyed next week in the ratings. Collision's probably going to do its worst ratings ever. I would be shocked if Collision's numbers next week are over I would say, if they do over 350, they say they're going to get, if they do between 350 and 500,000, which I know they won't, but it's going to be at least between 225 and 300. Because everybody's watching SmackDown next week. Everybody. going head to head with Collision. Forget it. Nobody's gonna watch Collision. Nobody. They're watching on the replay. And then freaking at 10 o'clock, people are gonna watch Rampage. You know how many, like 200,000 people are gonna watch Rampage. So in total, that Friday night, they're gonna get a total of about 400 to maybe 500,000 people watching both shows. That's total cumulative. And SmackDown's getting like 2.3. Maybe 2 to 2.1, 2.2. Maybe more than that. Who knows? And it'll probably be the week after that, because it's, Black Friday. So they'll probably be taping SmackDown the same night next week. Because it's Black Friday, because everybody's going to be on vacation, or they're going to be in doing press for the Survivor Series. The Survivor Series is the Saturday after Full Gear. So if I was Tony Khan, I would really go back to the traditional Sunday pay-per-views. So you don't have this problem of freaking, basically getting, I hate to use the term, but raped. You're getting ass raped without lube by SmackDown. On Friday nights, probably next 2 weeks, you're going to get destroyed in the ratings. And then December 29th, you're going to get killed again. Because World's End is on a Saturday night. It'll probably be the same going into 2024. I hate to say it, I think we might be seeing the final months and years of AEW, because at this rate, NXT is going to get better ratings probably on a Tuesday. If they say on Tuesday nights in October 2024. Like even on the USA Network, they got over 750,000 views this week, getting almost an 800,000. I mean, AEW kind of won the week because they had 800 and change. NXT had almost close to 800,000. But AEW is in deep, deep shit right now. Deep shit. You think, and you think by the grace of God Almighty that Phil Brooks comes back to resurrect AEW's TV ratings? Ha! Bull fucking shit. Not happening. Not happening. No way, no how. And no, he is not going to be at the Survivor Series. If you think he is, I think he's not. Even with all the cryptic messages and everything. It's not, I doubt he's going to be at the fucking... I know it's in Chicago. But every time he's in Chicago, when WWE's there, you get the CM Punk chants. Is he ever there? No. Is he going to be there in 2 weeks? I highly doubt it. I mean, you never know in the world of professional wrestling, but I doubt it. And then people are like, oh, he's going to be a surprise entrant at the Rumble. Maybe. Don't put it past them. They supposedly had meetings, but then the dirt sheets are like, oh, no, he never had the meetings. What is going on here? Somebody is fucking with us. It's probably Phil Brooks. Is trolling us in the best way possible. Like, oh, we think he's going to be at Survivor Series. Then you think he's not. They're like, okay, he's going to be at the Rumble, right? Maybe not be at the Rumble. Maybe he's the devil. Who knows? He's swerving us. He's taking us for a ride. Well, I don't know what he's doing. He's trolling us to the moon. And everybody's like, oh, he's coming back to WWE doing 6,000 videos. He's coming back, He's not. I don't think he is. If he does, yeah, everybody's like, oh yeah, okay, you told us, blah, 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 but we don't care. We don't care. You think he's gonna make WWE better than it's gonna be? Probably not. Probably not, but if he does come back, I hope Roman smashes the fuck out of him. I mean, smashes him to the point he's done. Like, goodbye, go back to Chicago, be with your hot wife AJ. Because you'll be crippled, CM Punk. CM Cripple, that his name will be. after he faces Roman. But I really don't think he's going back to WWE. I don't think he is. I think he's gonna play us all, and then a year will go by. Oh, where's CM Punk? Oh, we're not gonna talk about it no more. Nobody cares. They supposedly had good talks this week, but now people saying he never had the talks. They're mentioning best in the world. Corey Graves is saying best in the world, and this and that. They're kind of throwing teases. They put him back on the alumni page. Some people are like, oh yeah, he's coming back now. Doesn't matter if you put him on the alumni page. Doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean he's coming back. They could take a guy off the fucking alumni list for 2 years. Like, oh, let's put him right back. We're sorry, we'll put you right back. Like I say, they took Hogan off the alumni page, and then because of some weird stuff he did. And then 2 years later, it's like, oh, we forgive you, Hulk. Put him back on the alumni page. Oh, Hogan's coming back! What? Oh, he's been out for 2 years, and then he just miraculously comes back on a Monday Night Raw. Or SmackDown. It's like, oh, Hogan's coming back, just to say hello. And then, early in the day, he got put back on the alumni page. And everybody was like, oh, he's coming back, he's coming back. Yeah, just for the appearance, moron. But anyway, I think it was a bad decision for Joe to vacate the title. I think Keith Lee should have won it, and then him and Shane Taylor would have had an epic, big, beefy men slapping meat match, probably either on Ring of Honor TV or at Final Battle. But now it looks like we're gonna get a goddamn boring as fuck tournament for basically the next month on Ring of Honor TV. I didn't even read. You know what? I got time. I know it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I got the day off tomorrow, so I don't care. But I can't fucking type tonight. I'm sorry. But I'm gonna look up what happened on Ring of Honor tonight. I would do it on my desktop, but sometimes it doesn't show up. Let me see if I can. Okay, so there was a world title match. Eddie Kingston against Dalton Castle. Trent Beretta against Pretty Peter Avalon. The Outrunners took on Sebastian Wolf and Jacoby Watts. I know those people. No, actually I don't. Emi Sakura against Rebel Kell. See, like I said, with the women's division, who are half these people? I don't even know who they are. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, Emi Sakura, we all know who Emi Sakura is. Marina Shafir against somebody named Amira. Who? Like, it feels like that Bailey thing. Who are you again? Ah! What's your name? The boys. Against the Bollywood boys. Hey, the boys versus the boys. Huh, interesting. El Hijo del Vikingo and Commander against Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal. I don't see any mention of the Ring of Honor TV title. I know this is quick results. I'm trying to see. Let me see here. I don't think. No, I don't. Unless it was a segment. I mean, I don't see much of anything. That was what I looked at before. I'm trying to find the full results, so. Let me try. I'm doing this on my phone, so I apologize. I'm taking too much time, but. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna. Actually, let me see maybe one more thing. Oh, why do I have dynamite? Oh, that's why I hit the wrong button. Why would that show up? I don't even think they mention it. I'll have to look, because probably, I'll look at it tomorrow, but I don't think they mention it on Ring of Honor TV, even though they tape, even though it was probably taped from last week's show. I don't know, but from where was last week? But I would think if they didn't mention it tonight, they're probably going to mention it next week. That there's going to be a tournament starting, or they're going to they might announce it. They might announce it this week. I don't know. On Rampage or Collision, it's like, oh, the Ring of Honor TV title, we're going to have a tournament, like Stokely comes out on Rampage or Collision. It's like, oh, we're going to have a tournament, and these people are going to be in it. But I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Ring of Honor right now, but this decision that Joe made, I thought was dumb. And I like Joe. But Joe, I would have really just kept the title. And then maybe you could have lost it to, like, you could have lost it last night. I think that you should have done the right thing, and Tony Khan should have done the right thing, have Joe lose the belt to Keith Lee. Keith Lee becomes, Ring of Honor TV champ, faces Shane Taylor at Final Battle. That would have been a big beefy man slapping me match with meaning. And now it's like, oh, what happens to the TV title? And like I said, probably a dumb tournament. But who's in it? I don't know. I guess we'll find out next week. But I'll talk about Ring of Honor again, like I said, tomorrow. Let me move on. Alright, so Joe vacates the belt at 574 days. Now he's going after Max in the world title. So, just like I said, it feels like Ring of Honor is just meaningless right now. But anyway, we move on. Alright, after that long spiel that I just did, we go to the back where we have the AEW International Champion, freshly squeezed orange juice, Orange Cassidy, along with the FTW Champion, Excited for the man! Hook! Get up, you asshole! Get in here! Here he comes. Hook, ladies and gentlemen, the FTW champion. Basically does nothing. He has his glasses on, and he's Doritos, Mikey! But Orange Cassidy, really serious promo, says, I don't need to beat Jon Moxley. I have to beat Jon Moxley. Will we? No. I think Moxley gets the belt back next week. For the I believe the second time as international champion. So we got that. Then we're going to hear from Moxley in a minute. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. And then we go to another squash match special from Tony Khan. 42 fucking seconds. The Ass Boys come out with Juice Robinson and they come out with Juice Robinson, because Jay White was getting ready for his match with Mark Briscoe. So they take on the Bollywood Boys, Jinder my balls, favorite people in the whole wide world. Beat him in 42 seconds with 310 to Yuma on Gurv. Gurv. And then after the match, the Guns get on the mic and promise to beat up MJF and win the Ring of Honor tag team belts. You could have just said that. You could have went to Ring of Honor TV and said that. I don't know. So that was that. So I gave that match a dud because it was 42 goddamn fucking seconds. That's that. We move on. Alright, after that we go to Jon Moxley! With a promo with his, I guess good friend Wheeler Yuta. Moxley says he's in for the Full Gear title shot against Orange Cassidy. Well, duh. But he and Wheeler Yuta might crush them before they get there. So something's gonna happen this weekend or next week. And that's that. Then Wheeler Yuta cuts a boring promo that nobody cared about. Because Wheeler Yuta is the type of guy that speaks and nobody listens. Wheeler Yuta is the type of guy that buys his Christmas presents in February. Why? He gives them out in February. Dude, it's February. Where were you 2 months ago? Wheeler Yuta is the type of guy that gets drunk off. Well, I guess this won't make no sense. Wheeler Yuta is the type of guy that gets a speeding ticket for drinking too much eggnog. That doesn't make sense, but it kind of does, because eggnog kind of makes you loopy a little bit. No, even better. Wheeler Yuta is the type of guy. This is get ready for this. Wheeler Yuta is the type of guy that uses eggnog to cook eggs. Make scrambled eggs with freaking eggnog. You fucking idiot! I'm gonna have scrambled eggnog eggs. Doesn't even use eggs to cook the eggs, you know? When you just take an egg out of the freaking egg, crack the egg. Uses eggnog. I'm like, I got it. Instant eggs with eggnog. What's not happening here? Wheeler Yuta is the type of god. It is not the best part of waking up. You know how the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Wheeler Yuta is not the type of guy. That's not that guy. He's not that guy. I'm going to use that joke on Eastland one time. I'm going to say it. Wheeler Yuta is the type of guy that is not the best part of waking up. He is not. I mean, God forbid he brings a girl home. Hey, good morning. What happened? Wakes up next to the girl wakes up next to him, like, fuck! It's Wheeler Yuta! Did I just have sex with him? Fuck! God forbid he used the condom. Wheeler Yuta's the type of guy that probably puts on a condom back, wrong anyway. I don't know. Wheeler Yuta is just weird. He is, man. He's the type of guy that gets stuck on an escalator. He gets stuck in an elevator that goes only 3 floors up. Because that's how bad he is. Wheeler Yuta fucking sucks, man. He fucking sucks, man. He does, man. I'm sorry. And we'll see what happens with Wheeler Yuta and Moxley and Orange Cassidy and Hook. That's it. I could care less what you said in that promo, Wheeler Yuta, because you fucking suck dick, man. You really do. Fuck you. I think his name is Paul. His real name is Paul. Who cares? Who cares? He's boring. Darby has more fucking star power than him. I'm better than Wheeler Yuta. At least I have class and all. I don't, you know. I wear more face paint than he does, but I have more skill. His family should have adopted him. I don't know. We can move on. Alright, then we got a Wardlow promo. Wardlow! He's all ready to end MJF at any time. You'll never see it coming. So MJF has a long-ass laundry list of people he wants to beat his ass. Wardlow, Joe, Jay White. It's gotta be Jay White, that's obvious. So basically got 2 people and maybe more. The Devil, whoever this Devil guy is, going after Max's friends. Well, not that Jay White was his friend. he goes after the devil goes after Jay White, and now I'll get to that in a little bit. Who him and his ninjas went after. All right, so we see the Wardlow promo. Then we go to the death slot. We have the beautiful Julia Hart, the birthday girl, taking on Red Velvet from Your Mama's Kitchen. I haven't said that in like 9 months. She came out of her mama's kitchen after her injury, put on an okay match. She hits the Iconoclasm out of the corner for a near fall, but Julia kicks her down, then goes up top, hits the moonsault. 1, 2, 3. She gets the win in just about almost 8.5 minutes. Match was alright, 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Julia stretches Red Velvet, trying to like really put her back on the injury list. But then Sky Blue comes out, gets in the ring. They have an epic fucking stare down. I thought that Sky Blue was about to blow the blue mist, blue Kool-Aid in her face again. And after that, Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale come in to break everything up. Really, Willow goes to check on Red Velvet. Chris Statlander goes in the ring, kind of like pushes Sky Blue away, and then she just stares at Julia, and Sky Blue's like, "Can you say triple threat match at Full Gear?" I could. I just did. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. A triple threat match for the TBS Championship. Chris Statlander versus Sky Blue versus maybe a four-way if Willow gets in there. Versus Julia Hart. And I think Sky Blue is going to get that belt. Statlander hasn't done much with it. I mean, she's undefeated, but her reign's kind of been like, like this. We'll see what happens with that. So all that, I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the back with, we got a newbie coming into AEW. So we got RJ City in the back with the newest member of the AEW women's roster, and that is the lassie from England. And we think, or she has the Australian accent, but she's from England. And that's Mariah May, after her time in the Cosmic Angels with Mina Shirakawa and forgot the other person who was in that group. But Mariah May is now in AEW, so excited. She's like, "Oh, I was in Japan. I had a great time. He's like, "Oh, my best friend Toni Storm's here." And she's like, "Oh, is Toni here? Yeah, she's here. Yay!" And then she kind of doesn't make out with the guy, but she kisses RJ City on the cheek, and RJ's like, he's like he just pitched a tent and had an orgasm in his pants. I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, Mariah May is a kind of a hottie, you know what I mean? I mean, she looks great. But, yeah, so Mariah May is now in AEW. So maybe she has a union. Maybe she teams up with Toni Storm. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I guess we'll have to see. But, this is a big signing. Well, not a big signing, per se, but I think it's great for the women's division to have Mariah May come in. If you haven't seen her stuff, go watch her Japan stuff. Go watch her Stardom, basically Stardom. Not New Japan, but you get what I'm saying. And we move on with that. So, I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, we're going to end this shindig now, because it's late, as always. I don't care if I did this 4:16 in the morning. I don't give a shit. I'll go to bed soon anyway. Because I got a long day ahead of me tomorrow. Long day. Got a lot of stuff that I gotta do. Got a lot of errands to run. I gotta do some stuff in the house. Then I gotta skedaddle for my weekend plans. But anyway, we go to your main event of the evening. The Switchblade Jay White taking on the Funky Chicken Mark Briscoe. All Bullet Club at ringside. You knew it was gonna be kind of a shit fest. But actually, it was a pretty good match. Not a banger per se, but pretty good match. Back and forth they went. They slug it out. Mark gets the better of things with a Fisherman's Buster for a near fall. Then they drag a screw leg whip over the ropes. Ow! Hits Jay White again. Then the Death Valley Driver. So he hits that. Goes up top. Gets Froggy Bow! And I thought he was about to beat Jay White and maybe get that title shot against MJF at Full Gear, but Jay White kicked out at 2.999999999999995. Jay White comes back, swings, and snaps off the swinging rock bottom, back bottom. Then he goes for Mark Briscoe's knee. He goes for the Blade Runner, gets countered into an explosive suplex by the Funky Chicken. Then some Red Kung Fu. He does that. But Jay White chops him down again. Then he hits a sleeper suplex. Ow, it hurt. And then basically that was it for Mark Briscoe as Jay White hit the Blade Runner. 1, 2, 3 in exactly 14 minutes. Jay White is your winner. He keeps his number 1 contendership for the AEW title at Full Gear against MJF. And that's that. Match was pretty decent. 3.25 out of 5 stars. And then we hear MJF's music play. And then everybody's looking to the ramp to see if he can come down. But MJF is, too smart. And he appears behind the Bullet Club with the Dynamite Diamond Ring. Knocks the Ass Boys and Juice Robinson for a loop. He chases off Jay White. Where he doesn't go. I mean, he leaves with a belt again. And then he gets on the mic and says, "For the first time ever, I don't fight for me. I'm fighting for them, the fans in the arena, the fans at home." And then basically he's like, tells Jay White to, can you beat me? Can you beat the man who hasn't been beat on pay-per-view or whatever like that? Can you win the AEW title? Can you actually pull the trigger? A little bit of a tease, not a tease, a little pun. So he does that, and then that's that. Then the lights go out. I'm like, uh-oh, who's coming? What's happening now? I thought maybe the House of Black was coming out. Or Sabu! No, Sabu didn't come out. The House of Black didn't come out. We cut to the back where the Max Men with the Devil, they're there again. Instead of beating up Jay White, they're beating up the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass, beat the fuck out of them. And then Anthony Bowens gets sent through a glass window, Marty Jannetty style. And, that was crazy. Me and a couple people on the Wrestling Inc. podcast chat were like, he didn't need Jannetty. Jannetty tried to jump out the window to escape. Are you blind? Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon's epic commentary from like 92, 90, whatever that year was. So, Anthony Bowens jumped out a glass window to escape. They beat the crap out of the Acclaimed. Then we see the Devil appear. But I think that was like a recorded thing, because every time we see the Devil, it looks like it's recorded. So we see that, and it goes, that. And then MJF's all like, what? He's like about to have a cow and cry. He runs to the back really quickly to see, his friends, Max Caster's down. Now he's like respecting the guy. He sees Daddy Ass down, and Anthony Bowens got put through a fucking window. And he's like, damn it, why is this happening to me? And then Samoa Joe pops up, and basically's like, you're running out of friends, dude. You should have listened to Adam. There, Max, you should have listened to Adam. And now it's too late. Pretty much, you got nobody left. And then now you're going to have to bite the bullet, per se, no pun intended. You're going to have to team up with Joe. Are you going to really... you could beat the Ass Boys behind with one arm tied behind your back. But then again, you got to deal with Juice Robinson and Jay White. So I would really, on either tomorrow on Rampage or on Collision, really take Joe's offer. If not, by Wednesday night. If you do it on Friday night Collision, I'm like, oh yeah, good build, and 2 days later, you're teaming up. But is it gonna last? Nope. Joe's gonna be like, oh, now you want me. Maybe Joe's like, I don't want to team with you now. It's like, oh, not too late now. You lost everybody. Now you're crawling to me because you got nobody left. And your boys at home playing, on Twitch. And your other boys are gone. Everybody's leaving you because they don't really like you. It's like, just ask, It's like, please, I'll do anything. I'll give you a title shot, that's it. Just please, team with me. I got nobody else. So Joe will say, okay, he'll be the self-proclaimed, he'll get given Adam Cole's title, and Adam Cole just like, hey, take his offer. I don't care. I don't have the belt anymore. I'm injured. Give Joe the tag team title. He becomes a Grand Slam champion, and basically if it's for a couple of days or a day, at least he didn't earn it, but I mean he'll go down in the history books as the Ring of Honor tag team champion. But then again, they can hold the belts, and then maybe they lose at that final battle to I don't know who, maybe the Kingdom. I'm thinking that they hold the belts, and then Roddy, is trying to get Max. He's still pissed off at Max. Like, you know what, Max? They get a match at Final Battle with the Kingdom, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, and then Joe turns on MJF, or I don't think Joe's not gonna take the pin. That's not gonna happen. I think MJF is gonna lose. They're gonna lose the belts because MJF's gonna get pinned by Matt Taven and Mike Bennett because of Roddy. Roddy will help the Kingdom get the win, and I think if we don't see who the Devil is at Full Gear, I think I don't know. It might not happen, but I have a gut feeling, and I usually go on my gut, even when I have to go to the bathroom. But if we don't see who the Devil is at Full Gear, I think we're definitely going to see him at World's End. And I think the Devil is going to be revealed. But, like I said, it might not be at World's End. I think a lot of people saying it's going to be at Full Gear. But who is it? People still think it's Punk. I don't think it's Punk. I really don't think it is. I mean, we did see a little bit of face in those ninja masks. One of them looked like Matt Taven. So, I think I'm going with my original thought. When we first saw the Devil, we thought it was MJF, right? Not MJF. It could still be. I mean, he could have just recorded those things. Where we see him. When we first saw him after they beat up Jay White, we see him. We see the Devil, and we thought it was MJF because he had the mask on and everything. But then MJF's like, "Oh, you guys stole my mask." Like I think he was talking to the Bullet Club. They went into his bag or something like that, or I don't know. I think he was talking to LFI. I forgot who he was talking to, but he's like, "Oh, you stole my mask." Blah 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 blah. But Matt Taven looked like one of them. I think we all know who the other three are. The other two are Matt Taven. Well, I said Matt Taven. One of them's gonna be Roddy. The other one's is most likely Mike Bennett. The fourth guy, I'm thinking, is gonna be a returning Kyle O'Reilly. And the Devil himself is Adam Cole, baby. I'm going with my original thought. That Adam Cole is going to reform the Undisputed Era, but in a different way. Or he's going to reform the Kingdom in a different way. The Kingdom will be Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett. There'll be five people, which kind of looks weird, but because I think there were either 3 or 4 guys. I think it was 3. I gotta look back at the tape, but I think it was 3 people. If it was 3 ninjas, then it's Taven, Mike Bennett, and Roddy. But if there's a fourth person, that's Kyle O'Reilly, then the devil will be Adam Cole. Either way, I think the devil is Adam Cole. Because you only see him for that one moment when they actually showed him. But I think for that, when they showed him the first time, I think it was before he went, Adam Cole went on his, got his surgery and everything. But then again, people saying it's Jack Perry because of the glass situation. It's real glass! It could be Jack Perry. We haven't seen him in months. Could be Jack Perry. I think it might. But, I mean, looking back, looking closely, if you do look closely, one of the ninjas was Matt Taven. Well, I think the other ones are Roddy and Mike Bennett. And the fourth one probably be Kyle O'Reilly because we didn't really see a face of that. And all of them are like slim guys. And the devil is slim. So, it could be MJF, it could be Adam Cole, it could be Punk, it could be Jack Perry, it could be somebody new, who knows? But who? Who would be like that type of guy? Will Ospreay? I doubt that. So, it could be like maybe I'm thinking it's 3 guys, or maybe 4 guys. MJF, Adam Cole, Punk, and maybe Jack Perry. Or maybe 5, Britt Baker, but I doubt Britt Baker. Doing it all for her husband. She's the devil. I mean, we saw that Doja Cat video where she dressed up like as a devil. Not with the devil mask, but she had like devil horns and stuff. I doubt it's Britt Baker. I really think it's freaking MJF, Punk, Adam Cole, or possibly Jack Perry. And if it's not those 4 people, who? Are we going to drag this out till the end of the year? I don't think so. I really think that we're going to get the devil coming out after Max retains the belt over Jay White. The lights go out. And then maybe we have the ninjas come out. Maybe Max takes out the ninjas, then the lights go out again. And then when they come back on, the devil's in the ring and he's standing over Max, and then he's like, eh? And it's like, hey, guess who? But, I mean, it could be Adam, but I think Adam got his surgery, and I don't even think he can walk right now. I don't know how they would do that. If it was Adam, how did they get him to the ring? Does he come through a trap? Maybe he comes through a trap door underneath the ring. That's kind of hard if you have an ankle injury. How's that possible? Or does he come down from the rafters or something like that? Like Sting. But then again, if it's Punk, yeah, you can just be in the ring because he's, you can be there. Jack Perry, the same thing. But then again, if it's MJF, then how do you explain that? How could MJF beat himself up and then change real quick and then put the mask on? So maybe it's not MJF. So you throw that out the window, but you never know. But I think the main suspects are Punk, Adam Cole, Jack Perry, and then maybe on like a 20% chance of it being MJF. But I'm gonna go with my gut, and he usually wins. But I'm going with Adam Cole is the devil. He's gonna turn on MJF. It's like, oh, it's our friend. I'm telling you to team up with Joe. But my whole time with Roddy, he told me a couple things. Then it could be Roddy as the devil, but it's a long shot, but you never know. Maybe Roddy's the devil and he's teaming up with the 3 ninjas, or Taven, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, and Kyle O'Reilly. And then Roddy's the devil. that's something to think about. But I guess we're going to have to see what happens tomorrow on Rampage and Saturday on Collision, and really next week is, really gonna kick in, and like if they do a thing on Dynamite, or they do something on Collision next Friday night. But really, I think Full Gear is gonna be a must-see to see if the Devil does show up, and who is it? If it's Cole, if it's Punk, is it Roddy? Is it Jack Perry? Is it Tony Khan? Maybe it's Don Callis? I don't know. Don Callis might be something, but I doubt that. Remember how he turned on Kenny? And he's like, he kind of did that whole thing with CM Punk's thing. The greatest lie that the Devil ever told was something like that. I forget how that went. It could be Don Callis. I wouldn't put it past AEW to do something like that, but could be Don, but it's like a 5% chance. But I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with that. Anyway, so that is it for for AEW TV. I'm going to bed because I'm about to freaking pass out. I'm still kind of wired. I can probably stay up for like another half hour if I want, but it's 4:34 in the morning. I'm going to go to sleep because I got major things to do tomorrow and this weekend. Really, the next 2 days, I got some stuff to do. Then Sunday, you got to watch football, got the Niners game to worry about, and then I'm going to have Sunday dinner. Try to get better because my throat's killing me. Had a rough night last night. Don't want to go into that. No, just not really anything bad. I just had a panic attack like most of the day yesterday, and I had things to do, but I canceled my plans. I had plans today, cancel those plans. But I still worked, so I still made my money, so I get paid tomorrow. So blah 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 blah. But anyway, that's it. So I'm gonna get out of here and get my weekend started. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you stayed up till 4:35 in the morning and watched with me, this video will probably be up by sometime in the early morning, maybe 6-7 o'clock in the morning. Depends on how it processes and edits and everything. But that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. AEW was pretty good. Gave it 7.25 out of 10 stars. And we'll see what happens tomorrow on Rampage. And then Saturday night, Collision. So we got all that. Alright, so tomorrow I will do Ring of Honor TV over on the Kill with Demons channel. And then late tomorrow, cause I'll be home really, not like this time tomorrow, but I'll be home. I will be back late tomorrow night for your SmackDown review. And then as we hit Saturday, once again, your AEW, Rampage, and Collision review. But I might split it. I'm not sure yet. Depends how I feel when I get up Saturday. Let's see what happens with that. I might do Rampage before Collision goes on the air, and then I'll do Collision after Collision goes on the air Saturday night. So I can hopefully have Sunday off. But we'll see what happens with that. But hit the bell to get notified when those videos go up. And subscribe to this channel and my other channels as well. All the links are down below. My thank you video down below on the PG Rants channel. And all that stuff. Hit that bell. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Leave a comment if you wish. And all that good shit. Alright, I'm going to bed. Thank you for watching. And I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your Kokooch. And if you're not down with that, well, too fucking bad. Because you can't do anything about it. And if you're still not down with that, then me and a whole bunch of other people that don't like you, and we don't give a shit about you, because we're better than you, and you know it. But if you're still not down with that after all I said, then we all got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man! That's it. Until next time, get some sleep, assholes. And peace.